Build your team. You can call it a team, a coalition, or steering group. It doesn't really matter, but this is the internal group of people who will steer your project. The members of this team should include a cross-functional representative of every department who will use or may use the system either initially or ultimately. You should include members from the sales, marketing, customer support, customer service, management, IT, finance, sometimes other departments too. A typical team for a CRM project will have an executive sponsor. This is a board level person who is ultimately responsible for the success of the CRM project. A lot of CRM projects fail because of insufficient support for the project from a board level. Having this person on board is crucial to the project. The executive sponsor needs to be kept informed at all times of how the project is progressing so that they're in a position to make informed decisions throughout the life cycle of the project. You're going to need a project manager too. Now this role is also crucial. This is the one person who acts as the linchpin for all project communication, both internally and externally with your CRM suppliers. The project manager is responsible for collating all the requirements prior to product or vendor selection, for organising meetings, documenting and distributing the findings of these meetings, coordinating between team members, etc., etc. The list goes on forever. So here I guess what you need to choose is someone who's very good at organising things and someone who's a good communicator and possibly someone who's good at delegating too. You're going to need a nominated CRM administrator. Don't necessarily need to identify this person straight away, but CRM administration can be seen as split between the IT side of things and the data side of things. So this role often is taken up by two people. So from an IT perspective, you'd be looking at licensing issues, client installs, tech support, and from the data perspective, you'd be looking at things like defining and communicating data entry protocols, importing leads, global updates to records, creating marketing lists. You're also going to need representatives of the different functional areas that are going to be using the system, your key business users. So preferably this is going to be people that are respected and liked by their peers, that have a good experience of what's needed in each functional area. If you've got different sales teams operating in different ways, you may need a person from each team. The idea is that the person will have the knowledge that's needed from their area, what works, what doesn't currently work. Having people from each business area on the team goes a long way to improving the chances of your user adoption success, particularly if the people chosen are influential and you can get them on board as a super user. Another key thing about the CRM steering group, don't just have it for the duration of your CRM project. This group of people should be meeting at least quarterly to hold a CRM review and to take your CRM strategies forward. Step 2. Define your vision and set out your high-level goals. Once you've got your team together, you can start to look at some high-level goals for the new CRM system. This might be things like helping salespeople to easily manage and close opportunities, giving sales managers a complete view of the pipeline, providing a complete picture of every customer to those that need it within your organization, or running and tracking the effectiveness of marketing campaigns, or to provide better service for your customers. Each of these will represent the key objectives for your CRM system. Everything you do will be in the context of these objectives. It's important to remember that you don't have to do it all at once. After all, you're not doing it all now, right? Each of these steps represents an opportunity to run a workshop on that particular aspect. Now sometimes this session can start off a little bit woolly, but you can come back to this list throughout your preparation for your CRM project and you'll be able to define it a little bit more clearly as you go along. Another key thing to think about on this step is how you're going to measure whether or when you have met these goals. For example, if I said I wanted to provide better service to my customers, how will I know when we're doing that? So one way to address this might be to use that provide a better service to my customers as a heading, and underneath it list some specific